Welcome to Constructive Talks, and we speak forward. Glad you're here. Today, we unpack a tough question. What did America teach you your value was?
Yeah, it's heavy but important. I think America taught us that value must be earned. Your humanity often feels conditional, and you are only recognized after proving your worth.
Wow, that's intense. So from childhood, we're taught to link value with productivity?
Exactly. Kids hear, what do you want to be, not who do you want to become emotionally. It's all about labor, money, status. Emotional growth takes a back seat.
That pressure must shape how people view themselves for life.
Definitely. I saw men pushing past exhaustion, apologizing for not doing enough, and women taught that being needed equals being loved, carrying emotional loads silently.
So exhaustion becomes a personality trait, and rest is often seen as selfish.
Right, it's conditioning. Society praises resilience, but ignores why exhaustion is normalized.
It sounds like work ethic became almost like a religion, even over health.
Yeah, people respected suffering more than balance or mental well-being. If a man slowed down for mental health, people questioned his toughness. That's messed up.
And then came digital pressure and comparing yourself to millions every day online.
Social media intensified the survival script. We perform identities for validation constantly. It's like wondering if people know you or just the image you market.
I've heard corporate culture rewards burnout as ambition. Is that right?
Unfortunately, yes. Exhaustion is framed as prestige. Being unavailable is equated with importance. Neglecting yourself is called professionalism. It's a deeply unhealthy system.
Your father's story reflects that well. Survival became identity for many immigrants too.
Right, work hard, don't complain. But I wondered, when does that man get to live?
There's also emotional currency tied to achievement in many Asian households, correct?
Yes, success tied to family honor. Failure feels deeply personal. That pressure's huge. Kids sometimes stop asking what they want for themselves to avoid disappointing others.
Schools seem to push this too. Performance metrics over emotional health.
Exactly, test scores, labels, competition, preparing kids to survive systems, not live fully.
America moralizes productivity, right? Equating work or wealth with goodness.
Yes, and that collapses empathy. People become categories, not human beings. Suffering is seen as weakness, not as a signal of broken systems.
Prison exposes these values starkly. Some people get chances, others don't.
Redemption is uneven. A wealthy addict gets therapy. A poor addict gets punishment.
Addiction is often misunderstood. It's usually about numbing pain, not self-destruction.
Exactly. Loneliness, trauma, pressure. We're full of people pretending to be okay.
Rural communities feel a unique kind of quiet suffering, right?
Yes, farms struggle, towns empty out, but pride keeps people suffering silently.
So hiding pain and functioning becomes survival.
And many don't know true peace anymore. Rest feels guilty, almost lazy.
Gendered emotional suppression compounds things. Men taught softness is weakness.
Right? And women taught overextending is love. Both ends lead to exhaustion.
Social media fits here too, by influencing people both escape and perform, constantly seeking validation.
It's addictive. We build identities around it, all while mentally collapsing.
That fear of instability, even after doing everything right, must be crushing.
Older generations believed loyalty protected them, but factories closed, pensions vanished.
Broken expectations breed anger and feeling disposable.
Corporations separate profit from human consequences, making empathy optional.
And political discourse weaponizes divisions to keep people distracted.
Yes, race, gender, immigration distractions, while ignoring who benefits financially.
Emotional exhaustion keeps people reactive and less reflective.
Exactly. People angry or afraid click more and consume more, sustaining the cycle.
News media thrives on outrage, making calm and nuance rare.
So many wake overwhelmed before they breathe. It changes collective thinking.
Your generation feels this overload deeply with nonstop stimulation and crises.
True, anxiety rises. Kids compete with screens for emotional presence daily.
Self-medicating starts when emotional regulation breaks under constant pressure.
Right? Substances, shopping, work addiction, and everyone chases relief temporarily.
Slowing down brings reflection, which threatens the very systems running on autopilot.
That's why local community matters. Real connection resists mass media shaping.
Loneliness is profitable and one of America's most hidden addictions.
Indeed, people replace belonging with consumption, but never feel complete.
High achievement culture often feeds loneliness, prioritizing external success.
And when people finally achieve goals, many feel empty because internal grounding was missing.
Labels flatten human complexity, reducing people to categories like success or failure.
Yes, America suppresses emotional complexity, which says men can't cry, women whine too much.
Generations inherit pressure without questioning, so dysfunction seems natural.
Exploitation, burnout, loneliness feel normal. People rarely ask if life should feel this way.
Are people too exhausted to imagine healthier systems?
Sadly, yes. Survival narrows imagination. Exhaustion keeps the machine running.
It's uncomfortable but necessary to see how we feed these systems daily.
Exactly. The machine isn't just above us, it runs through us in small acts in silence.
So where do we go from here? What can listeners take away from all this?
Start with awareness and community. Question what feels natural and what's conditioning. Value humanity before productivity. Rest and emotional health aren't selfish, they're vital.
That's powerful. Reclaiming self-worth outside of work and social validation.
Yes, and recognizing the systems while also reclaiming personal and communal care.
Nick, thank you for such an insightful conversation. This hits home deeply.
Thank you, Addie. It's tough, but necessary to talk honestly about these things.
Our humanity is not conditional. Rest, reflect, reclaim your worth. Let's dive a little deeper into how this conditioning starts early and permeates so many facets of life.
Absolutely, Addie. It begins in childhood, when children are asked, "What do you want to be?" rather than, "Who do you want to become emotionally?" This subtle difference shapes how people grow into adults who often equate their worth with achievement rather than self-understanding.
That's a crucial point. It seems like the system values external accomplishments far more than inner well-being.
Exactly. And schools reinforce this by focusing heavily on test scores, rankings, and competition, setting children up to survive rigid systems rather than thrive emotionally or creatively.
I also find it striking how gender roles play into this. Men are taught that emotional vulnerability is a weakness, while women are expected to overextend themselves to prove their value.
Yes, and that dichotomy creates emotional isolation on both ends. Men suppress feelings, leading to loneliness, while women bear emotional labor silently, both suffering exhaustion.
And social media seems to amplify these struggles, right?
Definitely. Social media turns everyone into a brand, encouraging people to perform identities for likes and validation, which is exhausting and often disconnects people from their authentic selves.
It's like living in a constant audition for approval. That must be incredibly draining.
It is. And corporate culture feeds this by glorifying burnout as a badge of honor, rewarding those who sacrifice their well-being for work.
Your father's story highlights how this pressure can become an identity, especially in immigrant families.
Yes, survival becomes the center. Hard work is expected without complaint, but it can obscure personal happiness and emotional health.
And in many communities, including Asian households, achievement is tied closely to family honor, which adds another layer of pressure.
Absolutely. Failure is felt personally, which can lead children to suppress their own desires to avoid disappointing others, disconnecting from their true selves.
This cycle seems to continue into adulthood, where people chase external success but feel empty inside.
Exactly. Without internal grounding, peace is temporary, and people remain trapped in a cycle of achievement and burnout.
So what about communities? How does community factor into breaking this cycle?
Community is vital. Real connection provides grounding and accountability beyond surface-level performance, countering the isolation that fuels these systems.
But with so much emphasis on individual success, community bonds seem to be weakening.
Yes, and that leads people to replace belonging with consumption, which never truly fills the void, perpetuating loneliness and emotional exhaustion.
It's sobering to realize how many systems profit from emotional exhaustion and disconnection.
It's true. Industries from advertising to pharmaceuticals benefit from emotional emptiness, which makes breaking the cycle challenging but crucial.
And what about the role of politics and media in this?
Politics often weaponizes division to keep people distracted from systemic issues, while media profits from outrage and fear, keeping people emotionally reactive rather than reflective.
That reactivity prevents collective understanding and change.
Exactly. It keeps people divided, and less likely to question the underlying systems that sustain inequality and emotional exhaustion.
So, with all this, what steps can individuals take to reclaim their humanity?
Start with awareness and recognizing cultural conditioning and questioning what feels natural versus what is imposed. Prioritize rest, emotional health, and community connections. Value yourself beyond productivity.
That's a hopeful message. Even small acts of care can resist the machine.
Yes, the machine runs through everyday choices. By reclaiming humanity in small ways, we chip away at harmful systems.
Thank you for sharing these insights, Nick. It's a tough conversation, but so necessary.
Thank you, Addie. I hope listeners feel less alone and more empowered to reflect and act.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us in Constructive Talks, and we speak forward today. Remember, your value is inherent, not something you have to prove. Rest, reflect, and reclaim your worth. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, click those links and join our growing community.